Good morning. This is Chaim, and we are in the period of the 3 weeks, and we Jews are in a state of siege. Historically, the Romans put Jerusalem in siege. Militarily, socially, the entire weight and power of the Islamic religion, certainly the extreme part of the Islamists, is focused against Israel, determined to destroy Israel, determined to destroy all Jews. And you can't reason with them. These people believe their own evil. People who look religious and supposedly are supposed to be men of truth say things that are outrageously evil and outrageously untrue, false. How could the world accept this? And the world sees this over and over again. Morsi is supposed to be a moderate, and he calls America and Israel the enemy that they're supposed to eradicate. So we are all under siege. You may not see it right away, but it's all over Europe and even in this country. The truth is, their power is coming to an end. But in the meantime, we, among Jews, are under siege. What is the purpose of remembering Jerusalem, remembering the Holy Temple? The main focus is to realize that we have a connection with God that's profound. And because of this connection that Jewish people have with God, we have a responsibility to that connection. And we have reduced it and forgotten about it. So we must rekindle our awareness of our connection with God. In every generation, since the diaspora, God has given us leaders, tzaddikim, holy people, around whom we could rally and become enthusiastic and devoted and rekindle and reconstruct this connection with God. And in our generation, it was with the Lubavitcher Rebbe. No ands, if, or buts. The Rebbe was a man of impeccable character and devotion that we saw on a daily basis. It wasn't just that the Rebbe looked holy, the Rebbe was holy. He truly meant it and truly was devoted to God with everything he had, and directed his students to do the same. So you say that the Rebbe is no longer with you. It's 19 years since the Rebbe passed on. We are like the students of Rabbeinu HaKodesh. Rabbeinu HaKodesh was connected with his family, with his students, long after he died. As long as they were studying his Torah, they were connected to him. And those who were fortunate would see him. I'm not saying I can see the Rebbe, that's not true. And I'm not saying that there's anybody out there that sees the Rebbe. Most of the time, those who do, who claim, belong in a nut house. I want to tell you the story of Jimmie Borin. Jimmie Borin has mesothelioma. He's a terminally ill attorney, very well-to-do, and not very religious. So much so that he told his family that he wished to be cremated, so as not to create such a terrible effect upon the groundwaters in the country. He has a brother, Kenny. who's a Lubavitcher Chosid, became a Lubavitcher Chosid, about tshuva. Kenny is very hurt by this and wants to say Kaddish after his brother. And he knows that if his brother does this, he won't be able to say Kaddish. So the morning of Gimel Tammuz, 3 a.m., Kenny, in his frustration, writes a letter to the Rebbe. Rebbe, I want to say Kaddish after my brother. I want to say Shiva like a brother after a brother. Do something, please. And he signs his name. The next week, Monday, Tes Tammuz, his brother calls him in, tells him he's decided to have a Jewish burial. So Kenny asks him, the Rebbe came to you? He said, yes. When did he come? 3 a.m. Tuesday. These are people that I know. I give you their names because you can look them up. They live. They're not wide-eyed crazies. They're normal, everyday human beings, Jewish people. The Rebbe is still with us. And to all who write the Rebbe's soul responds and gives blessings to all. The most important blessing is that we must connect to God through Torah and mitzvahs, and in this way we will bring the Mashiach and negate this whole siege that the world is placing upon the Jewish people. And this will bring peace not only to the Jewish people, but to all the peoples of the world, including those among Islam that truly wish peace.